What is eutrophication? Well, by definition, it is the excessive richness of nutrients in a lake or other body of water, frequently due to runoff from the land, which causes a dense growth of plant life and death of animal life from lack of oxygen. But what does this actually mean, and how can it occur? Let's take a look at it step by step. Eutrophication starts with the excessive richness of nutrients. Generally, when we think of nutrients, we think of something essential for our bodies that helps us grow. And this is true. However, when there are too many nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus, which are found in fertilizers, feces, and detergents, it can become extremely unhelpful. These excessive nutrients are then carried by rain and groundwater into waterways, including lakes, ponds, rivers, and even the ocean. When phosphorus and nitrogen get into the waterways, their effectiveness as a fertilizer comes into play and stimulates the growth of the existing algae in the water source, creating massive growth called algae blooms. This can make the water appear to be other colors like brown, green, or even red. Once the algae die, bacteria come to decompose it. However, this process uses a lot of oxygen because the bacteria are going through cellular respiration. As the bacteria use the oxygen in the water, the oxygen levels drop, which can result in dead zones. Dead zones are areas with no life. Another negative impact of eutrophication is fish kills. This is because without oxygen in the water, the fish can essentially suffocate. Now that we are on the same page about what eutrophication actually is, we need to connect it to how it impacts us in Whatcom County. The most obvious is the situation with Lake Whatcom. If you don't know, stormwater runoff from development around the lake is a main contributor of phosphorus to the lake. This has resulted in eutrophication and zero oxygen levels at the bottom of Whatcom. Because this was such a brief topic that we only spent one day in class on, there is no perfect learning target to support. However, eutrophication ties into the core ideas of different trophic levels. This is because algae are a primary producer, and bacteria that eat the dead algae are decomposers. Here are a few examples of my work that have to do with different trophic levels. It is important that we recognize the harm that eutrophication can and has caused, not just in our community, but in many others around the world. Thank you for your time.